Well, here is a video I never thought I was going to make, or at least I didn't think I was going to make it for at least another 6 or 7 years, but here I am, and I am so excited. All right, so first, let's talk about the cookie, which I don't have, but I will have later. It's going to be pumpkin spice Oreos, so yum, I'm looking forward to it. That'll probably be this weekend. But cookie notwithstanding, this is amazing, amazing news. And I know that there are probably some other people who are being surprised by the same fantastic news. But just to do a little recap, I know you can see from the thumbnail and from the title what this video is about, but just to kind of give you some background and kind of understand how this came to happen. I originally owed $237,838. For those of you who haven't seen my debt confession video, it is on my channel page, and I might try to link it somewhere here to just kind of let you know where I started on my debt-free journey. I was at $275,000 total, including my student loan debt and all of my non-student loan debt. But obviously the bulk of my debt were my student loans. So a couple of months ago, I signed up for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program because I work in nonprofit and I expect to be working in nonprofit for, the rest of my career. I figured it would make sense for me to go ahead and sign up for that because otherwise it would be almost impossible to pay off that amount of debt. And the way the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program works is that you make 120, which is 10 years, qualifying payments, monthly payments. Each monthly payment counts as one individual payment. So you do that, and once you're done, whatever is left over will be forgiven. So once I enrolled in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, my loans were transferred over to MOHELA, which is the official servicer for people who are in the PSLF program. So as a lot of people already know, a lot of student loan borrowers already know, our loans have been if you have Department of Education loans, they have been in forbearance for the last couple of years due to COVID. So no interest has been accruing, and we haven't had to make any payments. You can make them if you wanted to, but you weren't required to make any payments. The forbearance just ended. So on September 1st, interest started accruing again on my loans and on everybody who has Department of Education loans. And the first payments are going to be due in October. So I've been checking my account just to see if my payment amount had posted, so I know what to budget into or what to include in my budget for student loan payments. When I went on my account 2 days ago, I noticed that I had a bizarrely low balance. And I was like, whose account is this? This can't be my account. Something's wrong. I'm thinking technical glitch, problem. I'm going to have to contact them and try to figure out what's going on. So there are no negative consequences for me. So I had just heard a piece on NPR from a woman who had her loans forgiven. And I thought, well, let me just check my messages. I knew that part of my loans were going to be forgiven. I'd already received a message saying that, but I thought it was only going to be around $10,000 or so because I have all these loans, the bulk of my loans, well over almost $160,000 of my loans are consolidated, which means that I, in 2010 for me, had put them all together so I would bundle them so I would make one payment. Well, I thought that the bundle loans wouldn't count towards the student loan forgiveness program, or the student loan forgiveness that's happening right now. And so I didn't expect to get those forgiven at all. I just thought, well, I'll take the small amount of loans that they're forgiven. It's something, but I know I'm in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. So I will be just making my payments for the next 6 years to pay it down, because it's almost impossible, like I said, to pay down, $240,000 basically worth of debt for me. It is, and I'm working in nonprofit. So I said, let me just go in and let me just check my messages and see if there's anything in here. So I go into my account, I look at my messages, and there's an electronic copy of a message with the subject line, "Your student loans have been forgiven." Oh my God! I could not believe it. My account has gone from $237,000, and that was my loan balance and the interest that it accrued, down to $26,000 and some change. It's unbelievable, and I am so grateful and feel so blessed. What happened in my case, and in a lot of cases for people who've been paying on their loans for a long time, is that my loans, I took out most of them 20 plus years ago. But those, again, like I said, were the loans that had been consolidated in 2010. So I thought the clock started running in 2010, and thus I would not be anywhere close to a 20 or 25 year period. And the way, for those who don't know, the way Department of Education loans work is if you get an income-driven plan, which means the amount of money that you pay is based on how much money you make, and that can, help reduce the amount of money that you're spending. If you're in one of these plans, you pay on your loans for, it depends, 20 to 25 years depending on the loan, and then at the end of that period, whatever's left over will be forgiven. Well, there were lots of caveats to this. Like if your loans for some reason had to go into forbearance, those periods didn't count. If for some reason you had an economic hardship, deferment, that didn't count. So I'd had plenty of those down through the years because I just could not afford to make the payments that were on my student loans. And so I had to have a couple of times where I needed to defer my payments. So I thought, based on all of this, my loans being consolidated and having had to use deferments and forbearances down through the years, so there was no way my largest balances were going to count. I was floored to find out that my loans have been forgiven. So the way this actually worked and why this happened now is that there was a one-time adjustment that the Biden-Harris administration did this summer where they went back through, automatically looked at everybody, I think, like all the student loans for people who, again, Department of Education, these are if you have government loans, not private loans. They went back through and looked at people's accounts and counted these periods that hadn't been counted before. And so when they did the math, it turned out that my loans, the bulk of them, had been in repayment for long enough that they were now due to be forgiven. I am now just sitting with a balance of, like I said, of $26,000, which is still a significant amount of money, but it's absolutely nowhere close to $237,838. So just to kind of give an update on my channel, I will definitely still be on a debt-free journey because I owe around $36,000 and some change in non-student loan debt. And now I have, I have $26,000 still remaining in student loan debt. This puts me in a situation where I still owe around $62,000 with my non-student loan debt and student loan debt combined. But what I've noticed when I did the math is that I could get my loans paid off and get out of debt, be completely debt-free, a lot faster if I snowball than if I just depend on the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program and have to stay in there for another 6 years because that's going to be required. You cannot skip payments. It's not based on how big your loans are. It's just a flat 10-year, 120 payments. So looking at my snowball and running the numbers, I can get out a lot faster, years faster, by just like buckling down and doing a snowball and throwing whatever else I can at it. Now I'm staying in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program as a plan B. Should anything happen, I'm still going to be on track to have my loans, everything forgiven that I haven't paid off. And I don't know how much I will have paid off by the time 6 years rolls around. But anyway, if there is any balance left, I would be, still in line to have that forgiven. I am right now planning my debt-free journey to have me completely debt-free. I'm hoping within the next 3 to 4 years. That might be a little optimistic, but 3 is what I'm really aiming for. That's what I'm really aiming for, which will cut in half, like the time period. And it's going to be a lot just to get through those 3 years. But who knows what's going to happen in those 3 years? That's why I have my plan B. But I really think that if I can buckle down and, barring any emergencies or anything happening, that I would be able to kind of get this done. So stay tuned to my channel. I have not started my debt-free journey. Let me jump in here really quickly. I realized when I was going through my footage that I said something that's not right. I said I haven't started my debt-free journey, and that's not true. I have started my debt-free journey. I just think I'm just so excited. Don't know what I'm saying. But I just did my first monthly progress report. I'm going to link to that up here so that you can see kind of where I am in my debt-free journey. But okay, back to the video. Still have a significant amount of debt that I have to pay off, but I am, like I said, I feel incredibly blessed that I am no longer sitting on almost in total $275,000 worth of debt. So I just wanted to hop on really quickly. This is not a normal day for me to film, but I wanted to get this video out very quickly just to sort of give an update on my channel and an update on what has happened with my student loans. So for those who aren't following me, please subscribe so you can watch the debt-free journey. For everybody else, I look forward to us staying in touch, talking, sharing your journey while I'm sharing my journey. Looking forward to all of that so much. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I will see everyone very soon. Bye.